Don't mind me. Just taking a quick breather, ain't I?
This place is getting more crowded by the day.
I tell myself the bustle's a blessing. There'll be time enough for quiet contemplation when I'm dead. So, did you find the answers you were looking for?
I still don't know what to make of this gift, curse, or whatever it is I've been given. But there is one thing I can say for certain. I am a dominant, Ifrit. And there is nothing I can do to change that. It is a burden I must bear until my dying day.
Spoken true. Forgiveness, and in turn salvation, can only begin with acceptance. It's a path we all must walk, no matter how colourful our histories.
Sid, you once told me that you wanted to build a place where people could die on their own terms.
I did.
I've been thinking about that. Why not a place where people can live on their own terms? For 13 years, killing was all I knew. So obsessed with death that I never stopped to consider the lives of those around me. Lives that I see now were scarcely worth living. Be they bearers or beggars, most but march blindly to their end, never realizing that they too deserve a choice. And I dare not turn a blind eye to their suffering any longer.
So, atonement then, is it?
That was the answer we found.
The only one we need.
I'll be expecting you both to pull your weight.
And we will.
Well then, with a sprinkle of fire and ice, this plan of mine might just work.
What trouble are you looking to get yourself into now?
The best kind. We're going to sneak into the Imperial capital and pay a visit to Mother.
And the last of our farmholds in the eastern provinces has succumbed to the blight.
Without their yield, you'll be hard-pressed to fill the capital's granaries before winter.
If there is a capital by then, the black creeps closer as we speak.
And yet you do naught but bawl and bluster.
Your Radiance?
If it is fertile land the Empire acquires, we need but look south.
If you mean the crystalline Dominion's holdings, we are bound by mutual accord. Theirs is a neutral state whose borders we are sworn to respect.
Gentlemen, did we swear to see our people starve?
Well, I really do think
The gates of Oriflamme buckle at the flood of those come seeking refuge from the blight. If there is not grain enough to feed those within our walls, how, pray tell, will we feed those without? But instead of setting your minds to riddles such as these, you lock horns with an enemy from across the sea, sending our soldiers to the slaughter in their thousands. The Empire bleeds, and you sit here prattling like crones in a tea house. And you fancy yourselves leaders of men. Sanbreque is naught without her citizens. We are but their servants. If their land is being wrested away, it is our duty to claim new lands for them.
Your Radiance! You cannot mean a war of conquest.
That is exactly what I mean. It is time we expanded our dominion. This is the will of great Grieger.
There will be uproar. Then we must find a way to distract the citizenry. But how much will that cost? And what of our legions? Shall we raise the furs?
Well, someone will have to contend with the Dalmex.
I will not keep you. You all have much to do. Where is my son?
The Lord Prince is currently garrisoned at the Strait of Author. If it please you, I can send word requesting his immediate return to the Holy Capital.
That won't be necessary. Tell him instead to see to his wounds. Bahamut's strength will be needed again soon.
As you command.
I must have misheard. You mean to tell me that the Mother Crystals are the reason the world is dying? Are you mad?
I have been called that on occasion, but no, not today. We've all seen it firsthand. Empty wastes where once were green meadows. Land drained so dry of its ether, not even the rats remained. But where was it all going? I spent years searching for an answer, until I saw it standing right in front of me. There, in the self-same crystals we look to for their so-called blessing. All right, listen. Take this crystal. How does it allow us to conjure magics? Answer, by drawing ambient ether from the air. And where do these crystals come from?
That's easy. They're mine from the Mother Crystals.
They're one and the same. Although admittedly this here fits more easily in the pocket.
But the Mother Crystals are massive. Some as large as mountains.
So you see the problem. Imagine just how much ether can be drawn by something that size. As to where it's all going, mind, well, I can't know everything, can I?
We are taught that the Mother Crystals are divine. Their ether a gift from the heavens. For centuries, nations have fought and fallen for want of that gift. If what you say is true, how did no one else see it?
Who says they didn't? Maybe the truth was inconvenient.
Inconvenient to whom, exactly?
The higher-ups? The gods themselves?
So now you want to do something about the crystals? And what? We're not helping bearers and dominants anymore.
I didn't say that. I made a promise and I intend to keep it. But if we continue down this path, there's only one fate that awaits the realm. And we can't very well set our people free if they're all lying dead in a blighted ditch. Not if we want to create a place where they can live on their own terms anyway. Sort of defeats the purpose. So, if we have to bring the old world crashing down, in order to build us a new one. What say you? Are you with me?
I suppose it's about time I repaid your faith.
You could have just said aye. But it's nice to have you aboard all the same.
What have I got myself into? I'm going to need more than a few potions for this.
Don't mind me. Just taking a quick breather, ain't I?
So what God's forsaken corner?
Oriflamme.
The Holy Capital. It'd better all be here. Speaking of Oriflamme, are you the if you ask me, somewhat foul. Just go.
All right.
Make it quick. Not saying fortune, do you? Don't waste my time. You ain't got the stuff. No scratches, all right? Not bad, if I do say so myself. And?
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier.
Take a seat, Clive. So you're really going... Since been talking about bringing down a mother crystal since I've known him.
He's convinced it's the right thing to do.
Seems the hiding the royalists gave him wasn't enough. His legions are on the march again.
Another war.
All as the great Grieger wills it. Still, might work to our with a fair wind behind them. And is making it.
The checkpoint.
That's right. Anyone travelling, lucky for you.
This.
Well, no, not that. And it's the dame who'll see you safely through Northreach. We go way back. And she's a true friend.
That's good of you, but...
She's the proud proprietress of Northreach, and she's quite a woman. If you...
A woman?
Don't go blind. I'll be expecting a...
I suppose that's everything. Now to find Gav.
Well, 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 someone's in a hurry.
Just following orders.
Funny, I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Just the three of us, then?
Drake's Head is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed. And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Sid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily, priming an icon comes naturally to a dominance. But then, you are no ordinary dominance.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda. And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cut us a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Let's try not to find out.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northreach in a few days. You two behave now.
So, we're meeting in Northreach. And will I find Sid and Jill? For this day. Finds me. Excellent. Another fight. There. Northreach.
Soldiers used to speak of a brothel. But that was north of the checkpoint. I hope the dame has friends in the south. A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time. Branded.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
You're the dame.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele. You can call me Isabel. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
You can trust me, yes, but... why would you...
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would. I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us here. To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital. I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested. Unless...
Unless...
Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear. Yes, that will do nicely. But I shall expect a favor in return.
Wait, what?
You say these are all from Dalmatia?
Are you gonna buy something or not?
What the hell are you doing?
Tut-tut. We cannot have people...
The men who gave me this, and no more but...
From the moment you acquired it, But today, it is...
Madame.
But of course, we must...
And who might this?
Why, my new escort. The streets aren't safe.
Well, don't work him too...
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it?
Oi, hold up. Another fucking branded. Now get out of my sight.
That wasn't so bad.
Wasn't so bad.
But they didn't. And even if they had, the gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best, as do you and I. We can speak more at the Vale.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
Well then, I suppose you'll need a little something.
And if anyone
Madame.
As do you.
Shall I have one of the girls draw up?
That won't be necessary. Clive, my darling, welcome.
Thank you for seeing me through the gates.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? Whatever wound you so tight.
I don't want...
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. Yes. But to answer your question, Tatienne has been gone for several days now, having left...
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people.
I trust you'll do... Oh. Proof of that trap, and hopefully enough to keep prying up. Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron...
I should probably start here.
You
where the dame's brooch.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues.
She's still missing. Oh, if only I'd...
You saw her before she did?
The day before. She'd lost her comb. It wasn't anything fancy. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid made.
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
So you're the new escort, and you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy.
Did she...
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet, which did mention a name.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flat. She thought about saying something. But the dame was so proud of her for...
This man from the garrison.
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy soul.
You've been very...
Don't let him get away with this.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
Heard the bones fell favourably.
I'm looking for a man with a scar.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel branded?
Hold your tongue. He wears the dame's brooch. One word.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick.
On account of him being in Moor.
The dame thing. Moor is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
That's what we signed up for.
Clive.
That remains to be...
Oh, Tatienne, you could...
This Yannick. The sort, according to them, he claimed to have some business...
And you plan on traveling...
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may... You'll find they have little love for bearers. And they will... There is a man in Moor who owes me a... His name is Bertrand, and he works at the state...
I shall return as soon as I...
That's the day done then. Drinks and the vote. How about the veil, then drinks?
I haven't seen you around the Vale of late. Oh, don't tell me you've grown tired of us.
Think I might see you tonight?
Oriflamme, how many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
That's enough for today, Brandy.
That's enough dallying, you two. Up, the lot of you. There's still work to be done.
If If the people of Moor are as intolerant as Isabel says, it's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here.
What do you want? If that's what you want.
Weren't expecting any new branded until the new moon.
You don't think he's a deserter, do you?
Are you Bertrand?
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her. Well, go on then.
One of her courtesans has gone missing. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is rumored to...
Many traders stopped, but only one's been seen.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. If you seek him out. Fact is, folks round here would suit us even with the dame's brooch.
Understood.
What's this? A branded? Where's your master?
I come to you from Northreach.
Why, of course.
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days...
Yes. He had a comb which he claimed, but old though it was, an antique, it most certainly. I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster.
And do you know where he went?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound.
My thing.
Not at all. Be sure and tell her what...
It smells of death here, Torgal. Wolves. We can't let them get any closer to the village.
That's it.
Damn it all. Bodies. A man and a woman. Well, the wolves have been busy. So it is you.
If that's true, the girl Yannick went off to sea every night.
You?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good written by the looks of things.
We both found it.
Nah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new girl. We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to Moor for some dealings and...
If you mean this comb...
He might not be rotting on a hill.
I think he meant to ask us something else.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not. We all know what happens to deserters. Tell the dame I'm sorry for when the lads come to collect Yannick's body. I'll see...
Is that wise?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess. And mate, speaking of which, could you tell her what happened? Might sound better.
I need to tell Isabel. Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember Tatienne by.
Weren't expecting any new brand until the new moon.
If it was a mess...
You are still in one. You will be pleased to hear. They said they would meet you at...
Thank you, but... I was on my way to...
You... I see. It is by no means uncommon, but rarely do such...
I found this with Tatienne.
Thank you for returning it.
I should go.
The veil counts among its patrons several. According to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen, it would have...
Not to mention the same...
But did he mention that it was all of the Legion? But that couldn't possibly be true now.
I will.
Any trouble on the way?
None worth mentioning.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
And here I am, the deserter come home.
Which is why we'll be taking the back door. Cheer up, you two. Can't think of a safer place in the Empire than a... brothel.
Really? Doesn't seem very private.
So then, How do we proceed?
We'll be using the glass gate. Tonight, just after sunset.
Where the shards are loaded for transport. That is one of the most heavily guarded points in all of Sambrec.
But not the most, which is a start. Besides, I know a shortcut straight to the heart.
A shortcut? And how exactly did you come to know about this fatal chink in the Empire's armor?
Let's just say I may have attempted something similar before. And may have ended up running for dear life after being discovered by Bahamut, but that's not important.
Sid, if the Mother Crystals truly are the cause of the Blight...
If? You wound me, Jill.
What I'm trying to say is, if the powers that be know all of this, why do they sit idle and allow it to continue?
In case you haven't noticed, the God-fearing people of this realm and their pious leaders care for but one thing, themselves. And they'll do whatever it takes to hold on to power. The rest of us are just a means to an end. The moment you raise your voice against them, you're decried as an outlaw, clapped in irons and slung in a cell to rot.
An outlaw.
Whoever controls the crystals controls the realm. But our kind can wield magic without them. To our rulers, we must seem the most convenient of tools, and the most dangerous.
But what makes them think they have the right to use us? To leave us to die when our bodies are spent?
Does a nobleman weep for a broken mug? A torn tunic? Our fate means nothing to them. No, this isn't a battle you can win with words. Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this, can you?
I can't. But what of all the people you mean to rob of their comforts? Are you happy for them to call you outlaw?
Sid the Outlaw. Aye, that'll do me.
You might at least pretend to take this seriously.
Have a little faith, Jill. Even if you don't think much of my choice of digs. If it means my deeds will be remembered, I'll gladly play the role of villain. But first, we have a gate to crash. And once we're in, there'll be no turning back. So you best make ready. The world won't save itself.